We are tracking a double whammy weather setup across the Midwest and Ohio Valley that is going to bring significant snow followed by dangerous, life-threatening cold. The first winter storm is already underway, a second system is locked and loaded right behind it, and then the bottom falls out of the thermometer with wind chills that could approach -50 degrees in the hardest-hit areas. This is a serious multi-day weather event that everyone in the affected regions needs to be paying very close attention to. So here is what we are going to cover today. We are going to look at the current winter storm and where it is headed, break down the second system that arrives Saturday, give you comprehensive snowfall totals city by city, and then we are going to get into the Arctic outbreak with detailed temperature and wind chill forecasts for your area. Finally, we will look ahead to a major pattern change that could bring record warmth to many areas by Christmas. Let's dive right in. As I am recording this on Thursday evening, December 11th, we have an active winter storm spreading snow across the Midwest. Winter weather advisories are posted from South Dakota, stretching all the way through Iowa, central and southern Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, and into Virginia. That is a huge area under winter weather alerts. Additionally, winter storm warnings are in effect for the Louisville and Cincinnati metro areas where the heaviest snow is forecast to fall. This clipper system originated in Canada and has been diving southeast all day. The snow is currently falling across Iowa, and it is going to continue to spread south and east through tonight and into Friday morning. Let me give you a detailed timeline so you understand when the snow arrives in your city and when it exits. Right now at 8 p.m. Thursday evening, moderate snow is falling across Cedar Rapids and Waterloo, Iowa. By 9 p.m., Peoria and Springfield, Illinois are seeing the snow intensity increase. Come 10 p.m., Bloomington, Illinois, and Terre Haute, Indiana, are getting into the heavier bands. 11 p.m. Tonight, Indianapolis starts to see moderate snow developing. Midnight tonight, Louisville, Kentucky. The snow begins in earnest. 1 a.m. Friday morning, Cincinnati, Ohio, sees the snow rates pick up. By 2 a.m. Friday, Lexington, Kentucky is in the thick of it. 3 a.m. Friday morning, Columbus, Ohio starts to see steady snow. 4 a.m. Friday, the snow reaches Charleston, West Virginia, and Huntington. Picture here is Friday morning at 9 a.m. Look at this! We have got snow covering everything from the Appalachian Mountains back through Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa. The Appalachians are acting like a wall, wringing out moisture and keeping the heavier accumulations on the western side of the mountains. This is why places like Richmond, Virginia, and Roanoke are not going to see much from this system. By Friday afternoon around 4 p.m., the first clipper is winding down. We are left with some lingering lake-effect snow downwind of the Great Lakes and flurries elsewhere. The main system has moved off the coast. But this is just round one. Round two is already taking shape out west. A second clipper system is organizing over Montana and Wyoming as we speak. This system is going to track southeast on almost the identical path as the first one. This means cities that just got snow on Thursday night and Friday are going to get hit again on Saturday. This is not common, but it happens. And when it does, it can lead to significant accumulations. Friday evening around 8 p.m. That second system is already bringing heavy snow to western Montana. Great Falls, Billings, all seeing moderate to heavy snow. Overnight Friday into Saturday, the snow spreads into South Dakota. By Saturday morning around 7 a.m., Rapid City, South Dakota is seeing steady snow. 8 a.m. Saturday, Sioux Falls is getting snow. 9 a.m. Sioux City, Iowa is in it. Picture here is Saturday at 1 p.m. Check out this band of snow from Des Moines and Cedar Rapids through Chicago, down into Indianapolis, and stretching east toward Dayton and Columbus. This second system is really getting organized now. The snow is moderate to heavy across a large area. Some locations could see snowfall rates of 1 inch per hour during the peak of this. By Saturday evening around 6 p.m., the heaviest snow is over Ohio. Columbus, Dayton, and Cincinnati are all dealing with moderate to occasionally heavy snow. 7 p.m. Saturday, that snow is pushing into West Virginia. 8 p.m., western Pennsylvania starts to see steady snow. 9 p.m. The snow is approaching the Appalachians again. Come Sunday morning, the second system is pushing into the mid-Atlantic and northeast. 5 a.m. Sunday, snow is falling in western Maryland. 6 a.m. a.m. Snow reaches the western suburbs of Philadelphia, 7 a.m. Sunday morning, Philadelphia proper is seeing snow, 8 a.m. New York City starts to see light to moderate snow, 9 a.m. The snow has reached southern New England by 10 a.m. Sunday. Even Boston is seeing some light snow or flurries. Now, let's get into the snowfall totals because this is critical information for planning purposes. I am going to go state by state and city by city to give you the most detailed forecast possible. These are combined totals from both systems. Montana sees the heaviest snow. Great Falls, 10 to 14 inches. Billings, 8 to 12 inches. Missoula, 6 to 10 inches. Havre, 10 to 14 inches. The mountain areas could see 15 to 18 inches in spots. This is a significant snow event for Montana. North Dakota, Bismarck is looking at 3 to 5 inches total. Fargo, 3 to 5 inches. Grand Forks, 2 to 4 inches. Minot, 4 to 6 inches. Williston, 4 to 6 inches. Dickinson, 3 to 5 inches. South Dakota, Rapid City sees 5 to 8 inches. Pierre, 4 to 6 inches. Sioux Falls, 3 to 5 inches. Aberdeen, 4 to 6 inches. Watertown, 3 to 5 inches. Iowa is going to be significantly impacted. Sioux City, 4 to 7 inches total from both systems. Des Moines, I think 4 to 6 inches is likely. Cedar Rapids, 5 to 7 inches. This is the bullseye for Iowa. Waterloo, 4 to 6 inches. Dubuque, 4 to 6 inches. Ames, 4 to 6 inches. Davenport, 3 to 5 inches. Council Bluffs, 3 to 5 inches. Iowa City, 4 to 6 inches. Illinois is where we see some of the highest totals in the entire system. Peoria, 6 to 8 inches combined. I think Peoria could push 8 inches with both systems. Bloomington, 5 to 7 inches. Springfield, 5 to 7 inches. Decatur, 5 to 7 inches. Champaign-Urbana, 4 to 6 inches. Rockford, 4 to 6 inches. Rock Island, 3 to 5 inches. Quincy, 4 to 6 inches. Chicago Metro, you are looking at 3 to 4 inches total. The northern suburbs might see closer to 4 or 5 inches. The city proper, probably 3 to 4 inches. Southern suburbs could pick up 4 to 5 inches. O'Hare Airport, 3 to 4 inches. Midway Airport, 3 to 4 inches. Lake effect could add another inch in spots right along the lake shore. Wisconsin, Green Bay is looking at 2 to 4 inches. Madison, 3 to 5 inches. Milwaukee, 2 to 4 inches. La Crosse, 4 to 6 inches. Eau Claire, 4 to 6 inches. Wausau, 3 to 5 inches. Appleton, 2 to 4 inches. Kenosha, 2 to 4 inches. Indiana gets hit hard by both systems. Indianapolis, 4 to 6 inches total. This is significant for Indianapolis. The first system gives you 2 to 4, the second adds another 2 to 3. Terre Haute, 4 to 6 inches. Fort Wayne, 3 to 5 inches. South Bend, 3 to 5 inches. Evansville, 2 to 4 inches. You are far enough south to miss the heaviest from the second system. Muncie, 4 to 6 inches. Lafayette, 4 to 6 inches. Bloomington, Indiana, 4 to 6 inches. Ohio sees impacts across much of the state. Columbus, 3 to 5 inches total. I think closer to 5 inches is likely. Dayton, 4 to 6 inches. Cincinnati, 5 to 8 inches with both systems. The winter storm warning is warranted here. Cleveland, 2 to 4 inches with some lake effect enhancement possible. Toledo, 3 to 5 inches. Akron, 2 to 4 inches. Canton, 2 to 4 inches. Youngstown, 2 to 4 inches. Springfield, Ohio, 4 to 6 inches. Kentucky, Louisville has a winter storm warning and it is justified. 3 to 5 inches from the first system, then another 1 to 2 from the second. Total for Louisville, 4 to 7 inches. Lexington, 3 to 5 inches total. Bowling Green, 2 to 4 inches. Owensboro, 2 to 4 inches. Paducah, 1 to 3 inches. Covington, 4 to 6 inches. You are right across from Cincinnati, so you get similar amounts. West Virginia sees good accumulations. Charleston, 3 to 5 inches combined. Huntington, 3 to 5 inches. Parkersburg, 3 to 5 inches. Morgantown, 3 to 5 inches. Wheeling, 2 to 4 inches. Beckley, 4 to 6 inches. The mountains see the best totals with 5 to 7 inches possible in the higher elevations due to orographic enhancement. Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh is looking at 3 to 5 inches total. Erie, 4 to 7 inches with lake effect enhancement off Lake Erie. Altoona, 2 to 4 inches. State College, 2 to 4 inches. Scranton, 1 to 3 inches. Harrisburg, 1 to 3 inches. Reading, 1 to 2 inches. Allentown, 1 to 2 inches. Philadelphia, 1 to 3 inches Sunday morning from the second system. Maryland, Western Maryland picks up 2 to 4 inches. Hagerstown, 2 to 4 inches. Frederick, 1 to 3 inches. Baltimore, 1 to 2 inches. Annapolis, trace to 1 inch. Virginia, Lynchburg could see 2 to 4 inches. Roanoke, 1 to 3 inches. Charlottesville, 1 to 2 inches. Winchester, 2 to 3 inches. Richmond, trace to 1 inch. Most of Virginia stays too far south for significant snow. The Interstate 95 corridor from D.C. to Boston sees light amounts. Washington, D.C., coating to 1 inch. Northern Virginia suburbs, 1 to 2 inches. New York City Metro, 1 to 2 inches. Some suburbs could pick up a local 3 inches. Newark, 1 to 2 inches. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 1 to 2 inches. Hartford, trace to 1 inch. Providence, Rhode Island, trace to 1 inch. Boston, under an inch for most areas. Some southern suburbs might pick up an inch. Now the lake effect snow is going to be substantial. Western New York gets absolutely hammered. Watertown, 15 to 20 inches total with lake effect. Syracuse, especially south of the city, 10 to 15 inches. Buffalo, 8 to 12 inches. The southern tier near Jamestown, 6 to 10 inches. Rochester, 4 to 8 inches. Western Michigan, Grand Rapids sees 6 to 10 inches of lake effect. Muskegon, 8 to 12 inches. Holland, 8 to 12 inches. Traverse City, 6 to 10 inches. Cadillac, 6 to 10 inches. The Upper Peninsula, Marquette North, 6 to 10 inches. Houghton, 8 to 12 inches. Western Pennsylvania near Erie already mentioned, 4 to 7 inches with lake effect. Northeast Ohio near Cleveland could see an extra 2 to 4 inches of lake effect on top of the system snow. Alright, now we have to address the elephant in the room, which is the dangerous cold that is going to follow this snow. This is not just typical winter cold. This is life-threatening, dangerous cold that has the potential to cause frostbite in minutes. The polar vortex has split into multiple pieces, and one piece is going to plunge south into the United States, bringing Arctic air that originated over the North Pole. Let me walk through the temperature forecast day by day so you can see the progression of this cold air mass. I am going to be very detailed here because this is important information. Friday morning, December 12th, we are already starting to feel the cold in the northern plains. Bismarck, North Dakota, -15 to -20 degrees. Fargo, -15 degrees. Minot, -20 to -25 degrees. Grand Forks, -20 degrees. Williston, -25 degrees. Minnesota Friday morning, International Falls, -15 degrees. Duluth, -10 degrees. Bemidji, -15 degrees. Street Cloud, -10 degrees. Minneapolis, -5 degrees. Rochester, 0 degrees. This is cold, but it is just the beginning. Wisconsin Friday morning, Superior, -10 degrees. Green Bay, -5 degrees. Wausau, -5 degrees. Madison, 0 degrees. Milwaukee, 5 degrees. La Crosse, -5 degrees. Eau Claire, -10 degrees. Upper Michigan Friday morning, Marquette, -5 degrees. Houghton, -10 degrees. Escanaba, -5 degrees. Sault Ste. Marie, -10 degrees. Chicago, Friday morning, 10 degrees. Rockford, 5 degrees. Peoria, 10 degrees. Springfield, Illinois, 10 degrees. Moline, 5 degrees. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 0 degrees. Des Moines, 5 degrees. Sioux City, -5 degrees. Omaha, Nebraska, 5 degrees. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, -10 degrees. Indianapolis Friday morning, 15 degrees. Fort Wayne, 10 degrees. South Bend, 10 degrees. Muncie, 15 degrees. Evansville, 20 degrees. Columbus, Ohio, 15 degrees. Dayton, 15 degrees. Cincinnati, 20 degrees. Cleveland, 15 degrees. Toledo, 10 degrees. Louisville, Kentucky, 20 degrees. Lexington, 20 degrees. Saturday morning, December 13th, the cold really intensifies. North Dakota, this is when it gets serious. Bismarck, -25 to -30 degrees. Fargo, -25 to -30 degrees. Minot, -30 to -35 degrees. Grand Forks, -28 degrees. Williston, -30 to -35 degrees. Dickinson, -28 degrees. Minnesota, Saturday morning. International Falls, -25 to -30 degrees. Duluth, -20 to -25 degrees. Bemidji, -20 to -25 degrees. Street Cloud, -20 degrees. Minneapolis, -15 to -20 degrees. Rochester, -15 degrees. Mankato, -15 degrees. Wisconsin, Saturday morning. Superior, -20 degrees. Green Bay, -15 degrees. Wausau, -15 degrees. Madison, -12 degrees. Milwaukee, -10 degrees. La Crosse, -15 degrees. Eau Claire, -18 degrees. Rhinelander, -20 degrees. Upper Michigan, Saturday morning. Marquette, -15 to -20 degrees. Houghton, -20 degrees. Escanaba, -15 degrees. Salt Sweet. Marie, -15 degrees. Iron Mountain, -20 degrees. Chicago, Saturday morning, 0 to -5 degrees. Rockford, -10 degrees. Peoria, -5 degrees. Springfield, Illinois, -5 degrees. Bloomington, Illinois, -8 degrees. Decatur, -5 degrees. Cedar Rapids, -10 degrees. Des Moines, -12 degrees. Sioux City, -15 degrees. Omaha, -10 degrees. Sioux Falls, -15 degrees. Indianapolis, Saturday morning, 0 degrees. Fort Wayne, -5 degrees. South Bend, -5 degrees. Muncie, 0 degrees. Terre Haute, 0 degrees. Evansville, 5 degrees. Columbus, Ohio, 0 degrees. Dayton, 0 degrees. Cincinnati, 5 degrees. Springfield, Ohio, 0 degrees. Cleveland, 5 degrees. Akron, 0 degrees. Toledo, 0 degrees. Youngstown, 0 degrees. Louisville, 10 degrees. Lexington, 10 degrees. Bowling Green, 5 degrees. Sunday morning, December 14th, this is the peak. This is the coldest morning of the season across the entire region. North Dakota, widespread -30 to -35 degree temperatures. Bismarck, -30 degrees. Fargo, -30 degrees. Minot, -32 to -35 degrees. Grand Forks, -30 degrees. Williston, -35 degrees. Dickinson, -30 degrees. Devil's Lake, -30 degrees. Minnesota, Sunday morning, this is extreme cold. International Falls, -30 to -35 degrees. Duluth, -25 degrees. Bemidji, -25 to -30 degrees. Brainerd, -25 degrees. Street Cloud, -25 degrees. Minneapolis, -20 to -25 degrees. Rochester, -20 degrees. Mankato, -20 degrees. Moorhead, -30 degrees. Hibbing, -30 degrees. Wisconsin, Sunday morning. Superior, -25 degrees. Green Bay, -20 degrees. Wausau, -22 degrees. Madison, -18 degrees. Milwaukee, -15 degrees. La Crosse, -20 degrees. Eau Claire, -22 degrees. Rhinelander, -25 degrees. Appleton, -18 degrees. Upper Michigan, Sunday morning. Marquette, -25 degrees. Houghton, -28 degrees. Escanaba, -22 degrees. Salt Sweet Marie, -20 degrees. Iron Mountain, -25 degrees. Ironwood, -28 degrees. Illinois, Sunday morning. Chicago, -5 to -10 degrees. Rockford, -15 degrees. Peoria, -10 degrees. Springfield, -10 degrees. Bloomington, -12 degrees. Decatur, -10 degrees. Moline, -12 degrees. Quincy, -10 degrees. Iowa, Sunday morning. Cedar Rapids, -15 degrees. Des Moines, -15 degrees. Sioux City, -20 degrees. Waterloo, -15 degrees. Dubuque, -15 degrees. Ames, -15 degrees. Davenport, -12 degrees. Iowa City, -15 degrees. Indiana, Sunday morning. Indianapolis, 0 degrees. Fort Wayne, -5 degrees. South Bend, -5 degrees, Muncie, 0 degrees, Terre Haute, 0 degrees, Evansville, 10 degrees, Bloomington, 0 degrees, Lafayette, -5 degrees. Ohio Sunday morning, Columbus, 0 degrees, Dayton, 0 degrees, Cincinnati, 5 degrees, Cleveland, 5 degrees, Akron, 0 degrees, Toledo, 0 degrees, Canton, 0 degrees, Youngstown, 0 degrees, Springfield, 0 degrees. Kentucky Sunday morning, Louisville, 10 degrees, Lexington, 10 degrees, Bowling Green, 10 degrees, Owensboro, 10 degrees, Paducah, 15 degrees, Covington, 5 degrees. Even further south, St. Louis, Missouri, 5 degrees, Kansas City, 10 degrees, Springfield, Missouri, 10 degrees, Topeka, Kansas, 10 degrees, Wichita, 15 degrees, Omaha, Nebraska, -12 degrees, Lincoln, Nebraska, -10 degrees. Now the wind chill forecast is where this becomes truly dangerous. Winds out of the north and northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts to 35 miles per hour are going to drive wind chills to life-threatening levels. Let me walk through this day by day. Friday morning wind chills. North Dakota already has -30 to -40 degree wind chills. Bismarck, -35. Fargo, -35. Minot, -40. Minnesota, -20 to -30 degree wind chills. Duluth, -25. Minneapolis, -20. Wisconsin, -15 to -25 degree wind chills. Green Bay, -20. Madison, -15. Chicago, wind chills around 0 to -5. Not terrible yet. Saturday morning wind chills, this is when the danger really ramps up. North Dakota, widespread -35 to -45 degree wind chills. Bismarck, -40 to -45. Fargo, -40 to -45. Minot, -45 to -50. Grand Forks, -40. Williston, -45. With wind chills this low, frostbite can occur in under 10 minutes. Minnesota Saturday morning, -30 to -40 degree wind chills. Minneapolis, -30 to -35. Duluth, -35 to -40. Street, cloud, -35. International Falls, -40 to -45. Rochester, -30. Wisconsin Saturday morning, -25 to -35 degree wind chills. Green Bay, -30. Madison, -25 to -30. Milwaukee, -25. Eau Claire, -35. La Crosse, -30. Wausau, -30. Rhinelander, -35. Upper Michigan Saturday morning, -30 to -40 degree wind chills. Marquette, -35. Houghton, -35 to -40. Escanaba, -30. Chicago, Saturday morning, wind chills -15 to -20. Rockford, -25. Peoria, -20. Cedar Rapids, -25. Des Moines, -30. Sioux City, -35. Indianapolis, wind chills around -10 to -15. Columbus, -10 to -15. Cleveland, -10. Louisville, wind chills around 0 to -5. Sunday morning wind chills. This is the absolute worst. North Dakota, wind chills could reach -50 to -55 degrees. Bismarck, -45 to -50. Fargo, -45 to -50. Minot, -50 to -55. Grand Forks, -45. Williston, -50 to -55. This is extreme, life-threatening cold. Frostbite can occur in 5 minutes or less. This is not survivable for more than a few minutes without proper protection. Minnesota Sunday morning, -40 to -50 degree wind chills. Minneapolis, -40 to -45. Duluth, -40 to -45. Street, cloud, -45. International Falls, -45 to -50. Rochester, -35 to -40. Bemidji, -45. Brainerd, -45. Wisconsin Sunday morning, -30 to -40 degree wind chills. Green Bay, -35. Madison, -30 to -35. Milwaukee, -25 to -30. Eau Claire, -40. La Crosse, -35. Wausau, -35, Rhinelander, -40. Upper Michigan Sunday morning, -35 to -45 degree wind chills. Marquette, -40. Houghton, -40 to -45. Escanaba, -35. Sault Ste. Marie, -35. Iron Mountain, -40. Illinois Sunday morning, Chicago, wind chills -20 to -25. Rockford, -30. Peoria, -25. Springfield, -25. Cedar Rapids, -30 to -35. Des Moines, -30 to -35. Sioux City, -40. Indiana Sunday morning, Indianapolis, wind chills -15 to -20. Fort Wayne, -20. South Bend, -20. Columbus, Ohio, wind chills -15 to -20. Dayton, -15. Cincinnati, wind chills -10 to -15. Cleveland, -15. Toledo, -15 to -20. Louisville, wind chills around -5 to -10. I want to remind you, wind chills in the -20 to -30 range mean frostbite is possible in 15 to 30 minutes. Wind chills in the -35 to -45 range mean frostbite in 10 minutes or less. Wind chills near -50 to -55 mean frostbite can occur in 5 minutes or less. This is extremely dangerous cold. Exposed skin will freeze rapidly, but don't be scared. Be prepared. Have your plans in place now. Stock up on supplies, make sure heating systems are working, have backup heat available, check on vulnerable people. If you must go outside, cover every inch of exposed skin and limit time to just a couple minutes. Let me give you detailed regional breakdowns so everyone knows exactly what to expect. North Dakota, South Dakota, and northeastern Montana, you face the most extreme conditions in the entire country. Montana, 12 to 15 inches of snow. North Dakota and South Dakota, 3 to 7 inches. Then, Sunday morning, actual temperatures -30 to -35 degrees. Wind chills -45 to -55 degrees. This is life-threatening. Avoid all travel Saturday night through Monday. Have multiple days of food, water, and supplies. If you lose heat, you must get to another location immediately. This cold is not survivable in an unheated structure. Minnesota and northern Wisconsin, you are facing extreme and life-threatening conditions. Lake effect could add 6 to 12 inches of snow. Sunday morning temperatures -20 to -30 degrees. Wind chills -40 to -50 degrees. Frostbite in 5 to 10 minutes. This is extremely dangerous. Make sure vehicles are winterized. Have emergency kits. Avoid all travel unless absolutely necessary. Check heating systems now. Iowa, central Illinois, and southern Wisconsin, 4 to 8 inches of total snow from both systems. Chicago, 2 to 4 inches. Sunday morning temperatures -10 to -20 degrees. Wind chills -25 to -35 degrees. Saturday, travel hazardous due to snow. Sunday morning, dangerous due to extreme cold. Stock up on supplies now. Avoid outdoor exposure Sunday morning. Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky, in the Ohio Valley, 4 to 8 inches of snow in a corridor from Indianapolis through Cincinnati. Columbus, Dayton, 3 to 6 inches. Louisville, 4 to 7 inches. Sunday morning temperatures 0 to 10 degrees. Wind chills -10 to -20 degrees. Below zero temps for many areas. Insulate pipes. Have backup heating. Check on elderly neighbors. West Virginia and western Pennsylvania, 3 to 6 inches of snow, higher in mountains. Pittsburgh, 3 to 5 inches. Sunday morning lows in the single digits. Wind chills near 0 to -10 degrees. Cold enough for frozen pipes and heating problems. Prepare now. Interstate 95 corridor DC to Boston. Light snow Sunday morning, 1 to 3 inches. Sunday temperatures teens to 20s. Wind chills single digits to teens. Least impacted but still below average. Now, let's talk about the dramatic pattern change coming. This right here is the story of our early winter meteorological season. We have been stuck with persistent troughing over the east, bringing cold and active weather, while the west has been warm and dry. That is about to completely flip. After this weekend, a massive ridge builds over the west and spreads east. By midweek next week, December 15th through 17th, that ridge flexes and pushes milder air into the central U.S. Between December 18th and 20th, watch for another possible cold shot and winter storm as another piece of the polar vortex dips south. Both models show this. Could be significant if it develops. Confidence moderate this far out. Then Christmas week, the pattern flips completely. A dominant ridge takes over. Get ready for the great thaw of December 2025. Temperature anomalies 20 to 30 degrees above normal are possible by Christmas across the east. Look at this swing. Sunday, 45 degrees below normal. Christmas Eve, 30 degrees above normal. That is a 75-degree pattern swing. Cities at -20 Sunday could see mid-40s by Christmas. Incredible flip, son. The Climate Prediction Center already shows this. Above average temps likely for eastern two-thirds of the country into Christmas week. Below average precipitation for southeast and east coast. Dry pattern for many. Pacific Northwest continues getting pounded. Storm after storm with heavy rain and mountain snow. Cascades, Sierras. Rockies seeing feet of snow over 2 weeks. Canada, from British Columbia to Quebec, sees significant winter weather. Into January, pattern evolves again. Persistent trough over western Canada and Pacific Northwest provides cold air to northwest U.S. Ridge over southern U.S. and southeast brings milder than average conditions to those regions for much of January. But winter continues. Midwest, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Northeast, still see winter storm chances as systems dive from Canada. So, to summarize, 2 clippers bring accumulating snow to Midwest and Ohio Valley Thursday night through Sunday morning. 4 to 8 inches, likely from Iowa through central Illinois into Indiana. 3 to 6 inches Ohio and Kentucky. Montana 12+ inches. Lake effect adds 12 to 17 inches western New York and Michigan. Behind snow, life-threatening cold arrives. Sunday morning temps -20 to -30 across northern plains and upper Midwest. Wind chills -45 to -55 degrees. Frostbite possible in 5 to 10 minutes. Another potential winter storm December 18th through 20th for Midwest and Great Lakes. Then Christmas week brings dramatic pattern flip with great thaw of December 2025. Temp anomalies 25 to 30 degrees above normal, possible by Christmas. Some locations see 70-degree temperature swings from Sunday to Christmas. If you have travel plans this weekend, strongly consider postponing. Combination of snow and life-threatening cold creates extremely hazardous conditions. If you must be outside Sunday morning in northern plains or upper Midwest, limit exposure to minutes and cover all skin. Have emergency supplies. Check heating. Help neighbors. If you are excited about the Christmas warm-up, let me know in the comments down below. If you want cold and snow for Christmas and are disappointed, let me know that too. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one.